Hi everybody, welcome to day 5 of Coping with Corona. It's a Saturday, not that you would know it, every day's blurring one into the other now. They're all very much the same, not going out. I've been out this morning, delivered a couple of parcels to the post office. I keyed in with my walk, my 1 hour's worth of walk, or half an hour exercise regime. I just walk around the block and around the park across the way. It's quite pleasant. A bit duller today, but it was okay. So combined 2 with 1 saves going out twice and having twice the chance of catching this blooming virus. I've just been doing some throwing in answer to a question for Anna in Sweden, because I was supposed to go over to Stockholm and do a workshop with her, and obviously this latest outbreak has stopped that, cancelled that, so that's a shame, because I was looking forward to going over there. It's on my bucket list of places to visit, but I'll get there at the end of the year. But she rang today and we had a chat. It was very nice, and catch up with everything that's going off, and she asked me a question about how I apply the slip to my tea bowls. So I thought, rather than explain it, I'll do a quick video and it can be part of today's work. I've just done a dozen or so more of these white Nuka bowls with the blue cobalt, or will have blue cobalt on them. They're going really well at the moment, people like them, so I've made some more for the next firing. So what will follow is a video of how I actually apply the slip and make these tea bowls, answer a few questions for her. If anyone else has got some questions, please send me a message, Facebook, Instagram. I'll try and do as many as I can. Someone asked me the other day about throwing with different types of clay. I like a rough grogged clay. I'm fairly ham-fisted when I'm throwing up. I'm not very good at fine finesse stuff, and smooth clay is just not nice. I don't like smooth clays. I can't stand porcelain. I admire people who can throw porcelain, and I can do it. It's not nice. It's like throwing with cream cheese. So I like something with a bit of grog in it, so I can be a bit more robust with my throwing. So that's the answer to that question. I forgot to ask a quiz question yesterday. I apologise for that. I was in a bit of a blur yesterday. Back to normal today. So today's quiz question, while I'm thinking about it, is going to be: what is the difference between a chawan and a unomi tea bowl? There's a couple of basic answers to that, but that was something that we discussed with Anna today. So what is a chawan and what is a unomi? What's the difference? Just put it in the comments down below. And that's it. I hope you're all well. We're all well here. I'm well here. And we're just plodding along, making pots, having fun. I think the secret is to just change that mindset of being told what to do. You know, the minute you tell especially someone, a Brit, that he can't do something, he's going to want to do it. So you have to change your mindset into choosing, this is what I want to do to make myself and my family safe. So if I'm choosing to stay in, then I'm not being told to stay in. Then I think you cope with it a little bit better. So that's just something to think about. Anyway, on to the throwing bit. Lost for words. Very unusual. On for the throwing bit, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Stay safe. Hi everyone. I'm just going to show a demonstration of how I do make these pots with the thick slip on the outside. I've got a friend who's in Sweden named Anna. Hello Anna. Spoke to her this morning and she was wondering how we did the slip and got it to work, so I said that I'd do a video. It's easier than trying to explain over the phone. So this is how I apply the slip to these tea bowls. Just throw the original shape. just a basic, slightly combed in shape. I round off the top of this because the nuka glaze tends to sag and run. It runs away from the top edge, and if you leave it with a sharp point at the top, it splits and runs away and leaves a rough edge, and then people, if they drink out of it, it's not very pleasant on the mouth. So I'll try and round it off a little bit. Okay, now this is the slip that I use. It's a black slip. You can see the consistency of it. It's like thick porridge, thick oatmeal, and it's just a question of using this is a lottery card. I put it onto the wheel head, and then with my finger inside I wipe it up. Get it all on, oops. Get it all on to begin with, roughly around the outside of it. My hand inside is just protecting it from pushing over. Then when it's more or less all the way on, that's quite a nice rough area, rough design already, so I might just add a few strokes into it like this, just to give it a bit of body. So a little thick bit there, we get rid of that, and that's it. So that's the inside done. I'll just take the water out from the inside of there. These are going to have a turned foot on the base. And then the other question that she asked was how you get that sort of the lip at the bottom, the little sort of skirt part at the bottom, and I do it by using a pointed tool, wooden tool, and then I go underneath, so it takes away a lot of this, and then just lift the bottom there, and it puts a slight lip on the bottom, as much as I can say. Just going to smooth over the top there because people drink out of these, and that's one done. So it looks fairly simple. It takes a bit of practice. Getting the consistency of the clay is important, getting that correct. So I'll just take this off. I'll do you another one. This clay's fairly stiff. I've had it made up and ready to throw for 2 or 3 days now. It's under plastic, but it still goes a little bit stiffer than normal. But that's not bad because it gives you something to push against. If it was a really soft clay, you would have to put a sponge inside and do it that way, but this is fairly stiff clay, so it's not too bad. I'm leaving myself a fairly thick base. It's about 1 centimetre. Just throwing the cylinder up. I want to get this one slightly taller. Get the inside of there not nice and smooth. Then it gives a nice contrast because this has got an outside surface that's quite rough and sort sort of globular. It's nice to have the inside of these pots smooth. The white nuka glaze on a smooth surface is fantastic. So here we go again. You could put it all the way around if you wanted to. I found that this is the best way of doing it. And then there you go again. It's just a question of using this and just wiping it up. Quite chunky clay this. You can add grog to it if you want, if it's a smooth clay, or you can just use a smooth clay, just so long as it's thicker than normal and not sort of too soft, otherwise it tends to run off. So I'm just thinking about the surface now. Add a bit on. I'm looking for the edges to be broken. You can go a bit too far with it. You know when enough is enough. I'll use a different tool. Okay, now I'm using the wooden tool now just to lift that base and put a skirt on. See it there, and then it helps you lift it off as well. So these have been quite popular on the Etsy site, so I'm going to make a few of these today to go in the next firing. Okay, I hope that was okay. I hope that's okay for you, Anna. I'll talk to you again soon. Anyone else has anything that I need to unsure about what I do and how I make and how I get a certain effect, just give me a message and I'll see if I can't sort something for you. Okay, stay safe.